And welcome back, YouTube. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire on round 22, where on the turn cycle we went ahead and lost 400 infantry to the hostile life. In exchange, well, we lost 400 in exchange for killing 400. We've heard rumors that out in the wastelands, arachnids from the Toknosk territory have leveled up to high level. And we can see that our militia are not in the happiest of states due to large quantities of losses. We do still need to keep trying to replace our losses. I think we are slowly getting ahead of our own losses at this point. Yeah, it's not worth trying to sell to buy stuff. Incident with perceived cowardice. I'm going to take the minor unrest here. And this is the governor of Urgenston. We'd actually prefer you to be happy. Let's not piss you off any more than we have to. New org. I think this will be the last org that I take for a while, but we're taking the Military Research Council here. Okay. Strat cards. Do we have archaeology? No. Zones. Anyway, neither of those are good targets yet. We haven't pulled another Shadow Diplomat. So that'll be the turn. And we'll cycle the turn quickly. Ah, that will be a problem. I tried to build a thing, but forgot that I will need machines. Which traders aren't selling, apparently. We will be able to find those in ruins, but it requires us finding them in ruins. Also requires us successfully doing an archaeology locating event. So the ruins have some. Usually by this point I've successfully rolled from exploration some machines, so I don't have to buy them. I did not realize we did not get that level lucky. Okay, the turn rollover looks to be going uneventfully. Okay, that's still uneventfully. We got attacked, but we didn't lose anyone. We got attacked, we didn't lose anyone. We get attacked, didn't lose anyone, okay. That was a good end turn for us. Okay, so in this case I think it's counting the private industry asset as an industry asset, which I suppose for us is a good thing, because we don't have the
Roger that.
machines otherwise.
Order acknowledged. Order acknowledged. Order acknowledged.
We are rich enough that I'm going to go ahead and take the diplomacy role here. Because this is one of the ones where we can't just use meritocracy here. I would prefer avoiding the 20 unrest if we can avoid it. Because that would throw us for 25 unrest.
Copy that.
Pop happiness decreased by high unrest. Pop happiness decrease from danger. They're not liking the rapid rate that we're losing people. I agree with them on that, but some of that's kind of unavoidable due to this turn. No, I can't merge those units.
Negative to breach.
Enemy camo units say hi after killing some of our guys. Well, I suppose nomming on some of our guys.
Affirmative.
We'll take the roll. We know it's not going to succeed, but in this situation, right, we failed the roll in a way where we don't make them angry at us, which gives the Foreign Affairs Counselor some more diplomacy XP. Okay, it is special ops. Okay. Yeah, let's not get any more shadow spies then. To speed things up, I'm going to go ahead and go in scrap mode, and we're going to scrap some stuff. Get some scrap points. We're not doing any major diplomacy for the moment. We're not doing any HQ stuff. Only point that's increased. Okay, and we'll go ahead and craft ourselves a stratagem here. In this case, we've got an autocratic scout station, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just scrap that piece as well. Because I don't want the autocracy effect. Let's go ahead and delete you. Paranoia and Prestige, if we weren't in such a hostile position right now, I'd probably trash as well. I'm going to trash these political points. So I'm probably not going to use those. Okay, it looks like we're going to cycle the turn again. We're kind of stalling the enemy while we're trying to wait for our forces to regenerate. And figure out technologies that will help us actually deal with the local wildlife, because, yeah, the local militia isn't a problem, as long as they're not being mauled by the local wildlife, which is a problem. In theory, it's a problem everyone's having, so I haven't looked at the victory screen. Hopefully the AI hasn't been taken off to a blistering lead while we're hung up on these animals nomming us. Oof. You get completely destroyed. Granted, I think that was militia that got completely destroyed. Yeah, we're getting nommed on by swarms of carnivores. Adventurers discover a special location. Where? Yes, they discover a special location. Will I make a public commitment to hold the hex? I think the answer is probably no, my guys. Because there's no way I'm getting a road out to you. The road would have to be like down here, across the desert here, down here. Like, to be fair, I think they're gonna starve to death. I don't think they're gonna make it back to base. Like, that is a good hex perk. I'd like that hex perk, but I'm not gonna commit to something I don't think I'm gonna hold. When you got a promise like that, where you get told take the promise or don't, you take less of a word penalty for turning it down than accepting it and failing. So that's why I'm turning it down.
Aye, aye, sir.
We are going to want to develop a bazooka,
Copy that.
because that will be our way of getting an anti-tank weapon. Sorry, Church,
Copy
we're gonna turn you down. We don't have money to spend on priestly activities right now. We don't have a spare offer protection card, so we won't roll that. No archaeology yet. Is there any machines for sale? No. If there was 2 available for sale, I would buy them. But there isn't, so we'll cycle the turn again. I suppose one problem with slightly larger worlds like I'm on right now is the turn timers can take a little bit while to go. Even when there isn't like big majors moving around. Because there's just so much more stuff to move around. Okay, I think that was a good turn for us. Crisis of violence. Will you spare some time to help out the militia leader? Sure. Sadly, that's going to piss this person off. Hopefully their relation is trending up. Natural relation point should be 100, so in theory it should be trending up, even though we're pissing them off doing this.
Roger that.
They want us to go to war with Matakeep, though. I'm telling you no to that.
Roger that.
Hold your positions. Report!
Okay, let's get rid of these militia. We've got them circled and they want to escape.
Now!
Nope, or we won't be able to take them out. Oh, there we go.
Yes, sir.
We did suffer pretty bad losses taking them out, but they're now gone. Rest is declining, danger is declining. Militancy is basically gone at this point, which is part of the reason our militia units aren't recovering. Oh, and our culture score is too high, that's why that's also going down as well. Oh, now we can get some real diplomacy going. So let's pin the Medal of Merit on the Foreign Affairs
Roger
Advisor.
that.
And the Shadow Diplomat on the Foreign Affairs Advisor.
Affirmative.
Okay, now when we offer protection, we've actually got a decent possibility of it succeeding. So, the Middle Merit provides a plus 10 charisma, and diplomacy is a charisma check. So as we get more levels in diplomacy, the more our charisma will apply to things. And the diplomat has a plus 40 on the next diplomacy check.
Affirmative.
And we fail. Because of course we fail. Okay, no archaeology yet. Bit of a slow start as we're sort of trying to actually get out of our starting area. It is going reasonably well. I've definitely had worse starts, especially worse starts on hostile life maps. And I've had worse starts with slavers. Slavers can get real sketchy, especially if you're like sandwiched between two slavers. So in this case, we've got two nice neutrals next to us. So if everything goes well, we might actually be able to get a bunch more forces from doing diplomacy at them. High-tech items, those are nice. Yeah, I don't think these guys are going to make it back in time. Hey, I forgot to move them last turn.
Roger that.
Sir, yes, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
Order acknowledged.
Place the foot troops as quickly as we can. Militia up there are doing decently well, except for this unit. Doing some minor recon with it. Can we merge these guys? Sure. Slightly more competent unit out of the combo.
Cover! Negative breach.
Its stealthy enemy units are being a little bit of a problem there. These are land-dwelling large. The herbivores. We're getting all ruined by the herbivores. It's like the Kiwi Wars. They're not really out to kill us, but at the same time they're out to kill us. Let's go ahead and take that traveling teacher, employ it,
Copy that.
get a little more education going. Any luck on there being machines available to buy? There is one available to buy.
Roger that.
So we'll buy that one. We'll get one turn into our ammo factory. Then we'll have to be on the lookout for another one. As far as victory is going, we, as Ergstone, are not in last place. Though we're definitely not in the lead. We're in 5th place. We're in the top 5, so we're not on the podium yet. Yep. If we can start succeeding on diplomacy with our 2 minor neighbors, we might be in a much better spot for actually competing with the other majors. But for the moment, while we're still trying to deal with all the local fauna, we're a little bit behind at the moment. Except for no losses. Developed over Zuka. Yeah, we might be at the point where we're starting to contemplate upgrading those infantry, but we'll hold off one more cycle before we upgrade the infantry. Stratagem cards. Do we have any good ones? Propaganda Assistant is more charisma. So let's actually attach that to our Foreign Affairs Council.
Roger that.
It's probably still not good enough. He's good enough that he's within spitting distance. Given that, I will go ahead and have him... Oh no, I don't want him to use the last one up. If it wasn't the last one, I'd let him take a roll. I mean, we are still trying to level up his diplomacy. Because we can see sort of the difference here, right? So interrogation, which is charisma as well. With 30 levels in it, he's getting a 65. Whereas if he had 30 in diplomacy, right, he'd have 65 there as well, right? So the 9 is only giving him like a +9 from the feat bonus. And the feat bonus is being the most charisma effects here, so he's got +20 charisma effects that could be buffed by having higher diplomacy. And with that, we'll cycle the turn. Then when the next turn comes up, we'll check to see if there's another machine available for purchase. So we can finish up our ammo manufactory. Roll another turn, seeing that we're not getting attacked, but it's always hard to tell sometimes if we are going to get attacked, because the line are pretty late in the process. So we got attacked there. Okay, so we're not taking any losses. We're having a bit of morale defeats, but morale defeats I think are acceptable right now. I actually want this guy's relation to improve, because he's a really good governor. I'm willing to sacrifice a mind to do that. In rest, I'd prefer not,
Copy that.
but the mind I'm willing to sacrifice.
Aye, aye, sir.
Order acknowledged.
Roger that.
Got another archaeology card, which we will roll. 32%
Aye,
chance
aye,
of
sir.
success. Didn't succeed. We still have one offer of protection, so we won't hand it out yet. Looking at the trading state, we are able to buy one machine.
Roger that.
Will do. And we try to replace our losses. We're getting pretty close to having our units fully replenished at this point. And as you can see, we're running into problems of a lot of the local wildlife are surprisingly stealthy, which is interfering with our ability to actually deal with them. The interns can be waiting for most of the world that we can't see to do their stuff. Oh, I've been forgetting about that. That militia guy's gonna starve to death. In hindsight, apparently none of the locals are trying to take our hex away from us, so maybe we would have been able to said we'll hold it, but oh no, we lost the hex. Never mind. They're coming for everything that isn't the hex.
Hold your positions.
Should have guessed.
Abort!
Why are we not taking the hex back? Because there's someone in the hex. That's probably the case of these trees over here as well. And almost certainly the case of that hex. Okay, so I'm not going to pay this cost of political power for another orc,
Roger
so
that.
skip that. It'll come down in price if we leave it alone. Yeah, 80% field testing I think is enough to upgrade the infantry. We'll build up on the foot. I don't have an ammo factory yet, so I'm only going to go to gas powered instead of automatic. We'll keep rolling around with the Enviro suit. Or actually, we just finished the ammo factory, but let's not be blowing through our ammo quite so quickly because we're going to start recruiting things shortly, like bazookas and stuff like that, to help deal with some of these hostile life forms. And cards. Shadow Diplomat, that's a good one. Assign you to the Foreign Affairs guy.
Affirmative.
Zone, we have a private
Aye,
investment,
aye,
so
sir.
we'll cash that in right away. And then let's roll the offer of protection.
Affirmative.
Still a failure. And charisma's getting better. Just not good enough yet. And we cycle the turn. So one of the reasons I'm trying to do diplomacy with these miners, if you're following along at this point and wondering why I'm checking almost every turn, is if I can get offers of protection on both of them, later on I can come along with unification, and if we successfully unify with them, that'll give us a city pretty much for free. And the biggest benefit of the city for free is actually we'll also inherit their militia forces. And a bunch of militia would be very useful right now just to capture more territory. We'd like you to gain some opinion. I don't mind burning... Like, I'm more worried about the unrest here than I am about the heart. We'll take the relations increase just because we need to raise your relations.
Roger that.
Hold your positions. Abort!
With that, we should actually have enough guys to fill all the recruiting holes. And we'll start thinking about recruiting some independent RPG units. In particular, that'll help with the stealthy guys down here, because the stealthy guys down here are technically classed as hard vehicles, specifically walkers. That's pretty much the turn. Let's go ahead and deploy
Roger
some
that.
spies.
Roger that. Roger that.
Hopefully that'll give us some more reconnaissance on the guys we're trying to encircle and destroy. Right now, yeah, at this point, right now, everything we're really dealing with that's being a problem to our current expansion is wildlife. Most of the wildlife that's been being a problem have been predators. They've been carnivores nomming on our troops. There is one unit down around here that are actually technically non-carnivorous. That's basically been the equivalent of facing the emus. Well, those are the guys that are actually classified as armored vehicles. So it's basically armored emus running around at us. Okay, it's easy as are officially gonna starve to death. Wasn't aggressive enough at moving them out. Or even if it was aggressive enough, I probably wasn't gonna get them out of there anyway.
Aye, aye, sir.
Order acknowledged.
Let's develop some light tanks. This might be another way to deal with those guys. We got plenty of petrol, so our main drawback with expansion is really just finding the ability to actually bring these things down. Here's one of the earliest monsters we ran into, which is the Moor Beast. It's about 50% stronger than our normal infantry, and is rolling around with toxin, which basically increases their chance of killing our units outright, and making it so that every time my guys fail to hit it, they take morale damage. And this is the apex predator coming around and eating us. It's our replenishment. Okay, so we've got everyone in at the moment. How much better are the new foot infantry? About 20-30% better. What we're going to do, instead of raising some of them, we're going to go ahead and raise one independent unit of bazookas. Probably going to attach it down to the second here, because I think it's this unit right here. Might not be this unit here, but I think it's this unit here. Is the effectively fast-moving, armored local wildlife that is herbivore. Herbivores, the local herbivores.
Aye, aye, sir. Affirmative.
Decent possibility that we're not going to piss them off. We can get a little more diplomacy experience. Get the diplomacy high enough, he'll start being able to roll reliably enough to actually pass these on his own without having to get shot diplomats in to give him a possibility of success. I think I'm getting up to where I'm going to end the stream and end the video. I'm basically going to see if that bazooka is the solution to our problems on the southwest. And if it is, then that's good. I want to raise another formation RPG. Maybe not right away.
Negative breach.
So these are the things I want to deal with. So the RPGs are not quite in position yet to do it.
Move it now. All clear, sir.
In this case, these guys were easy to deal with because we had the Galactic Republic infantry there. Let's also transfer, the unit admin. Change HQ, second line infantry, so you get a little bit of a command bonus going into your next battle.
Hold your positions. Abort!
These guys are also metallic, yeah, so I should probably go ahead and send up some anti-tank capacity units to go assist them as well. So we'll go and raise another independent unit of bazookas. That's fine for that.
Aye, aye,
Research in
sir.
the barracks will be fine. Should probably go ahead and let's call up the economy lead.
Aye, aye,
Change your
sir.
priorities a bit. Let's bounce a little bit more towards discovery.
Aye, aye, sir.
If we go into management and look at text, you'll see we've got basically all the basic text discovered. But we're looking for economic-wise. We're looking for water soil filtration and hydroponics. Because we want to get down to metal soil filtration. That's going to be our way out of sort of our metal bottleneck. Long-term metal bottleneck. Are we going to succeed in the archaeology?
Aye, aye, sir.
We finally succeeded, and it tells us there is no archaeological finds. Sad day. So, well, that means we might as well start salvaging all the stuff that's there. Sadly, that requires machines. Oh, I forgot I can build machines from earlier.
Roger
Should
that.
have been building machines instead of buying machines.
Copy that.
Let's start harvesting the scrap here. Harvest scrap here, harvest scrap here, harvest scrap here. We get a nice pile of scrap up there. And we got these guys that are starving to death. I'm going to roll one more turn so that we can see if the bazookas are the solution to our problems. 1% chance. I think technically if you meet it, so it's actually a 2% chance of success. So let's roll the 2% chance.
Affirmative.
Critical failure, we pissed them off. That's the opposite of what we wanted to do. Okay, so those territories are probably alien. Yeah, they're, well, one of them's alien. One of them I don't have enough recon on. I don't have enough political power to want to spend it on doing diplomacy with the aliens right now. The aliens might be a good source of combat power. Because they could give me mercs that aren't going to require logistics. Okay, so we're doing pretty good for ourselves over the end turn. We did lose some infantry. We didn't lose, like, incredibly horrible amounts of infantry.
Take cover.
Some of those guys would still be encircled. But they're not.
Affirmative.
I think it needs one more turn to build. I got one more turn there to build. And we're replenishing our losses in foot 1 with foot 2. Those look surprisingly scary, but they're maybe not. Yeah, they're about as scary as everything else. These are solitary herbivores. So the biggest thing that's scary about these guys is these guys have entangler. So they do a lot of readiness damage. In fact, because they do a lot of readiness damage, I'm going to just take the fight to them. Because there's a decent possibility we'll win. Well, or our reconnaissance, which is bad.
Negative breach.
Yeah, the reconnaissance is bad. There's a lot more than I was expecting. Whoops. Predictable whoops, though. I sort of should have thought of that ahead of time.
Affirmative.
And we critical failed twice in a row, making them even more angry at us. They still like us, they just don't like us that much. Okay. I'll cycle one more turn. Again, I'm looking to try to get those RPGs into the fight and see how well they do against the armored vehicle natives. They should, because they're actually anti-tank, be significantly more effective than our infantry. But that still requires me actually getting in shooting range. Which isn't super easy with stealthy guys, which is also what they need to fight. Why did I get a bunch of recon on them? Don't know.
Sir, yes, sir.
New orders here. Guardians are offering technology. I do want to buy that off of them. Can I afford to buy that off them? Is the next question. Maybe.
Roger that. Roger that. Affirmative.
This is raising their opinion with us a bit, which will help with future diplomacy.
Affirmative.
His charisma is starting, or his diplomacy is starting to get up to a decent level. Needless to say, as much as I want to be going and hunting those local wildlife, we're going to have to deal with our rebels first.
Move it now.
Good job.
And I think that was actually my model design counselor getting annoyed at me due to high reliance on, or trying to suck up to the militia.
Negative breach.
Well, if it is in fact rifle militia, we can
Move it
defeat them on the
now.
offensive.
All clear, sir.
Yeah. Okay, well, this episode has gone long, and I haven't been able to actually get the RPGs to attack the local wildlife yet. Because the local wildlife that I want to attack them with keep running away. Which I suppose, if anything, is maybe an indication that they will be effective, because the metallic enemies that I want to attack with them have cunning, and are in theory intelligent, and are probably not wanting to go into a fight with enemies they're going to lose against. These guys do have fairly high anti-hard damage. So we are looking for ecotechs here, we're looking for ecotechs here. Heavy industry would not be amiss. We're not really looking for prospecting anymore because we know, at least for the moment, there's no more archaeology sites in here. You're finished, you'll start getting stuff next turn. Do I want to do another one on this site? Probably.
Roger that. Copy that.
Okay, I'm going to cycle the turn. Actually, no, I'll go ahead and end here. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying it. If you're watching it live on Twitch, I hope you've been enjoying it. There'll be more in the future. But this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the recording session for today. So both the YouTube recording and the stream recording, and the streaming. So if you're watching on YouTube, there's a decent possibility I'll have another part up for you tomorrow. Though I'm not 100% sure of that, because this is where I'm ending the recording session today, so it would require me actually doing a recording the day, either the day after tomorrow or the day after the day tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to be another round of the Long Dark, because I had a short recording session, much similar to this short Shadow Empire recording session. If you're watching this on Twitch, there'll probably be more parts as soon as I have time to do more recording, but I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be. It may be the day after tomorrow, or maybe the day after that day. So until then, I hope if you've been enjoying it, that you're having a good time. And then until next time, everything goes well. Catch you in the next bit.